How's it going, guys? It's been about a week and a half since I've posted anything. It's kind of, Manila around here. It's just been back and forth between Indiana and Fresno. It's just back and forth. But I can say I've managed to pull off a couple weeks in a row of $5,000 plus gross weeks. Well, about 8 to 10 day periods depending on the weather, but I keep pulling that loop off again and again and again. So right now we're looking for a trailer on our new yard. How exciting. Looking for a 32-foot Imagine. Is that it? It is not. 509-106. That's a 509-062, so that's why I thought it was it. 106. But man, this place is packed. I cannot believe our new yard is this big and this packed. I mean, I know we had a lot of overflow from the other yards, but dang. So it might take me a minute to find my trailer since this stretch is, or this wall right here is like a quarter mile long. But man, there's all these rows in between and they're all packed too. It is nuts. When I find my trailer, I'll actually do a little spin around the yard so y'all can see what it's like. But yeah, we're stacked, and our rates went up, which we've talked about a little bit already, but we're up to $202 a mile. So if you take that into account, those loads to Fresno I've been hauling, they're paying $4,400 one way. Yes, I spend a decent amount on diesel getting to that point. So like this last 8-day period where I made $6,000, I probably spent $1,700 on diesel, which I'm actually on some of that diesel that I paid for at the moment. So that's not that bad, all things considered. Still making reasonably good money, enough for me to put away for that big truck that I'm looking for, which actually the guy might be watching this. I'm looking at a Western Star. Needs to be rebuilt, but it's kind of up my alley. I like doing that anyways. So not this week, but next week we're gonna take a load down to Houston, and on our way back we're gonna go check that truck out and see if it's worth it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We'll find out. The guy did tell me it's pretty rough. It's bad when the guy's telling you himself it's pretty bad. So yeah, it's really, kind of all looking up right now. We do have a wildfire burning down by my house right now. It does look like, it does look like it's gonna stay on Fort Hood for the time being, but we'll see if they're able to contain it there. Hopefully they do. So, but let me find this trailer and I'll get back to y'all. Of course, as soon as I put my phone down and turn it off, I run by my trailer, which is that one right there. I'm glad that it's got a cover on it. I had a shipper just a couple weeks ago try to hit me for a cap down in Grand Terrace. Jerks. But yeah, that might be 32 foot. I don't know, maybe. It's pretty similar to the one that I pulled last time. So, but for the people that are interested in seeing exactly how massive this yard is, and that is just a whole whack ton of trailers right here. I mean, they're 3 and 4 deep. And it's like there's no end to it. It's hard to believe that we're going to move this big trailer. Yeah, there's even a couple of park models. Okay guys, I got something I actually got to show you. It's just one of those things that you have to catch during your inspection so you don't get caught up with some bullshit. Yeah, so this guy got drugged. It's not too bad, but clearly this thing was mishandled. What can you do? Make sure you're checking your trailers, guys. You don't need to get caught up over someone else's BS. So I'm gonna finish hooking this guy up. We'll finish doing the walk around. I mean, hell, I didn't even start the walk around. So yeah, looks like that door back there actually might be open a little bit. Yeah. So something I saw in another unit, saw this door was propped open. It's like, huh, maybe I'll go shut it. Yeah. Look, that spacing, it's kind of hard to show it. There we go. And Jesus. Yeah, this thing was never gonna close. I don't know who fit this door, but dang. Yeah, so that's not gonna work. That's gonna end up having to go back to the manufacturer. So yeah, whoever pulls 4669, yeah, that's a problem, my guy. You have to get that looked at. But get back to this guy real quick and let's get this girl dropped on. Down we go. I'll catch y'all in a second. Well guys, it finally happened. My first flat tire. What a bitch. It's okay though. I got a jack, I got tools, and we got a full-size spare. So we'll get this guy switched out. I'll probably just go ahead and sleep here since we're low on time anyways, so just check and make sure this guy's good. Yeah, sounds okay. I got a pump in the truck, so I'll make sure it's got proper air and pressure in it before I put it on. Gotta put my license plate on. Don't need to forget that shit. But that blows. And I don't have my my fancy portable air compressor. I got the one that plugs in my 12 volt and it's pretty cool, but my jump box is at the house because I thought it was too big. That's what I get for not bringing it. How's it going, guys? We made our delivery in Laughlin. I know I didn't really video anything in between. Just driving. Nothing dramatic happened except for I had a wire break on my flatbed that lost power to all the running lights on the truck, or on the flatbed, but got that taken care of, no big deal. Got back on the road. We made delivery this morning in Laughlin. I'm down in Paris now. Got a 23-foot Evo. This is a COD delivery. It's my first one, actually. I've never done a COD doing this before, so interesting. But after this load, I will be going home, and we got some plans for the truck. We got a couple of things to pick up. There's a guy up in Michigan that's got a Kenworth I want to go look at. So if you're watching, hey, I'll head up there soon. I'm going to try to get that picked up. I mean, there's a Western Star I'm looking at down in Houston too. Though the guy told me it's in really rough shape, so it may not be a good candidate to buy. But I wanted to show y'all something real quick. See how bad those tires are. It's pretty rough. So I'm gonna try to get that figured out. I think the springs in the front have sagged over time. I think we're having just two-wheel drive issues, and apparently that's one of them. The springs will sag, and when the springs sag real low, the tires do this. They lean in, or so I read. So apparently the cheap fix, which I don't generally go that way, but the cheap fix is to get a 1.5 inch spacer. It's a little donut looking thing with a groove cut in it to fit on top of the spring. You put the spring back up into the framing, and then, you know, bolt everything back up, and it's supposed to bring, you know, the truck back up to normal ride height, as well as bringing, you know, the wheels back out, or there we go, bringing them back out where they're supposed to be, so they're more straight up and down. I'm gonna put some Bilstein struts on the front because I have the black bodied reflux Monroe struts that you can get from O'Reilly's. I don't know, they're okay. Got about a year on them. Maybe if you daily drive your truck, those are great. But honestly, you're working your truck, man. Spend the money once. I put those on because I was trying to get my truck on the road. I really wish I had spent the money once. Now I got to spend it again. It's about the only thing I saw on this trailer. Is up there on the awning. I don't know if y'all can see it. There's some scuffs on it. Most of these have that. Like nearly every trailer I pick up on the awnings, on those shields, on the little motors that wind it up, they have scuffs. I don't know if it has something to do with the way that they're installed or what, but anyways, look out for that stuff if y'all do this. If y'all are RV transporters, it's one of those things y'all should be checking. So this is also paying $191. So even though it's small, it's light. I think it only weighs like 6,000 pounds. So we're gonna be able to just get on down the road. It's gonna pay pretty well, so I'm good with that. I did want to gonna talk a little bit about how much I made last week, which was actually like 8 days, but whatever, it was a week. I grossed $6,000 last week. Now, I don't think that's the best week I've had. I think I've had one week a little bit better than that, but it's not bad. Pay's come up, so that's definitely made it easier. So the load, or the way it worked out, is I got to Indiana at the beginning of the week. Actually, I might have left out on Sunday. It was a 32-foot Imagine travel trailer. No, fifth wheel. It was fifth wheel. And that paid $202 a mile for 2,200 miles, so $4,400. And that was from Indiana to Fresno to Paul Everett's RV. I don't think it's called. I think it's just RV country now. My paperwork still says Paul Everett's. Then I drove down to Paris. Gina gave us a load going to Budwick or something like that. Basically, Idaho Falls. Just call it Idaho Falls. It was like 30 minutes short of Idaho Falls. And that paid $191. And what is it? 700 and something miles. It was $1,600 is what that ended up paying out gross. So that was a $6,000 gross week. I spent probably about $1,700 on diesel, but that was including the fuel I got in Idaho before I got back to the yard. So I included that into the week. So $400 something in diesel, 480 I think. And hell, that fuel got me to Brazil, Indiana, to the Road Ranger. So fueled up in Idaho. I can't think of the name of the place I filled up at in Idaho. Drove to Bristol, Indiana, picked up, and then I drove down to Brazil, which is probably only like 600 something miles, 700 something miles. But, you know, y'all get the point. I didn't, you know, it's not like I spent $1,700 in diesel just to do all the work last week. That got me pretty well into this week too. So I ended up sending $2,000 home, left money on my card, and then of course the $250 goes in my breakdown account, and I got $37.50 into my breakdown account now. There was a little bit of a snafu there, but we got that handled. There was some money missing. I don't know where it went, but I've been keeping track of where it should be. I called up there, didn't sound right, and they called back like 45 minutes later and said, yeah, Mr. Moore, your money's there. So we got all that straightened out. So that load I just delivered this morning will make it $4,000, and this load right here will make it $4,250. So I'm only a little bit short of being able to afford a crate motor, or not a crate motor, a new long block and injectors. That's $5,100, and which has kind of been my goal. But then I'll pull money out for something else on the truck, and you know, that's just a part of doing this. You know, I'm gonna have to put that tire on up there whenever I put that spacer on and the new struts. I'm gonna have to replace that tire. The front left tire is actually in pretty solid shape. Bridgestone went to a new tread design on these wheelers. So the tire is actually pretty solid all the way. These tires have 50,000 miles on them, and they're wearing pretty well. I'm probably going to get 100 plus out of those. Right of that one. The back tires are doing pretty well too, as you can tell. Get it to see? No, not really. Okay. Oh. Those also have 50,000 on them. Probably end up going 90,000 on the back, 100,000 on the front left one. The front right one's going to get replaced. It's going to look a little weird. So yeah, sorry about not posting a whole bunch of videos. I think it probably gets kind of boring watching me just do the same thing. So I'll probably just do a video every week or two. But yeah, whenever we get to the house, I'll do videos of everything that I'm doing to the truck. So either way, I'm gonna get on the road. I'm gonna edit this video tonight and get it up so that it'll be up Sunday morning. So you all have a good one. Catch y'all later. Bye.